To celebrate Gotcha's debut, let's look at the technology of the first Reiwa rider, Kamen Rider 01. The hidden 01 driver is the main changer of Kamen Rider 01, a marvel of technology created by one of the greatest engineers of hidden intelligence, Soreo Hidden, based on his previous prototype named Cyclone Riser, shortly before the Daybreak Town accident. After his death, it was given to the CEO of Hidden Intelligence, Korenosuke Hidden. Just like the company, after his death it was passed down to his grandson, Aruto Hidden, who used it to become Kamen Rider 01 to fight off the evil hacker group MetsubouJinrai.net. 01 driver's design doesn't seem to be based on anything specific. I personally see it as like a mechanical version of a grasshopper's thorax. Before we talk about the driver itself, let's look at the build and function of 01's collectible trinkets. To transform, 01 driver uses the information stored on spatial data cartridges called progress keys. In the world of 01, progress keys are the main data storage devices used by the Hidden company. In the show we see them being created by the Hidden's 3D printer. The exterior of progress keys is called the Rice Keeper. It's made using organic composite glass, which is a combination of glass and plastic. It's lightweight and tough, being able to withstand corrosion and water. Also, for added data protection, the progress keys are wrapped in a thermal insulation film. To activate the progress key, you need to press the Rice Starter. The button says the key's name and the ability connected to it.
Jump! Grasshopper's ability.
The keys are connected to the driver through the key connector, the panel that allows it to interact with the driver's Rice port. But before the key can be opened, it's locked by the translock cylinder, a special mechanism inside the progress key that doesn't allow it to open without authorization. After opening the key, we see the Rice monitor, a small display screen built into the progress key. It displays the rider model. Rider models are manifestations of the animal data that's contained inside the progress key. Their primary use is to transform the belt wearer into the rider form. The last piece we need to mention is the SP symbol. It's a stylized drawing of the animal on the front of the key. It's used to help the user quickly recognize which key they are using.
Jump!
After activating, the key needs to be pressed up to the authorizer. Authorizer is the piece of 01 driver that authenticates the progress keys, unlocking the abilities with a special code, while transformed authorizer can also be used to unlock up to 6 power levels of finishing attacks. After authorization, the key needs to be inserted into the Rice slot, a slot that connects the progress keys connector to the Rice port that allows the driver to absorb the data inside the key.
Rise! Go, be like a rise! Rising hopper!
A jump to the sky turns to a rider kick.
There, the progress reactor converts the earlier mentioned rider model into a physical form that maximizes the organism's unique abilities and converts it into an armor for the belt user. The surplus of energy is converted into light, and when the progress reactor is filled, the chamber inside of it reflects all these waves, increasing internal pressure and thus accelerating the reactor's speed. After that, the beam equipper, a special lens in the middle of the driver, converts the rider model into Rice Architecture bodysuit via special molding beams, and it mounts the suit and armor parts on the wearer. We will explain those pieces in detail later. On the right side of the driver there's Rice Liberator, a safeguard mechanism of the 01 driver. It slides over the beam equipper when the driver is not in use, or when the progress key is removed in closed up state. It can be used as a data storage and a data backup machine. The belt of the driver is named the Hidden Linker. It has a special ability to read biometric data of its user, allowing only authenticated presidents of Hidden Corporation to strap it on themselves. It also works as a human-machine interface with speed comparable to AI, linking the user's consciousness with a special space satellite named Zea, the main data storage of 01's system. We see it in the show when Aruto goes through the 01's driver's instruction manual. We also note that the VR space has some other options like combat, program, and motorcycle, but we never see those on screen. The binder of the 01 driver is named the back radom, and it's a special communication device located at the rear of 01's belt that connects the driver to Zea. Also, it incorporates 24 different firewalls to prevent hacking. In the show, 01 driver is used by many people, but its main user throughout the whole series is Aruto Hiden, a 22-year-old former comedian who, as I mentioned earlier, became the CEO of Hidden Intelligence after the death of his grandfather. Aruto is motivated by the dream of humans and humagears living together. His secretary Izu helps him with that by storing the battle data and providing information and moral support. Okay, with the user, driver and the progress key let's explain, let's get in the transformation. To transform, Aruto activates the progress key before holding it out near the authorizer. After opening the key up, Aruto inserts the key into the Rise slot, causing the Rise Liberator to open up, exposing the progress reactor, with display of the animal's head. When the progress key is scanned for transformation, the driver sends a signal to Zea. Zea then releases the encoded animal DNA to user's location in the form of a projection called the Rider Model. When the progress key is set to the driver, the Rise Architecture undersuit forms around Aruto. Once inside the driver, the progress key data is loaded and the Rider model separate into sections that cover the Rise Architecture, completing the transformation. The black undersuit of 01 is called the Rise Architecture. It's a human strengthening system that uses electromagnetic induction to strengthen the wearer's physical abilities and brings out superhuman level of strength. The material is woven fabric made of hidden hexafiber, a tough and soft metal fiber called hidden amorphous line, which is very thin and supple, woven also with information cables. The inside of the armor is a non-Newtonian fluid named NNA. It's bulletproof and shock absorbent. The individual parts are named Architecture Head, Architecture Shoulders, made of hidden alloy with knop hardness of 82,000. If anyone is wondering what it is, it's simply a way to test the hardness of something by pressing the tip of a diamond to its surface. The more pressure that's needed to be put on something means it's higher on the Knoop test. Hidden Linker, a collar made of soft metal named Hidden Amorphous Armor. It can connect with the user by a neural connection. Architecture Arms give the user the strength to lift 3.2 tons. Architecture Grab is the name of the gloves. They make the wearer touch much more sensitive and they increase the grab power. And of course, all of them can be loaded up further with power of animal DNA through the insertion of progress keys, like Rising Hopper.
Grasshopper's ability.
It's the progress key featuring the data of Milkweed Grasshopper. It provides Aruto with excellent jump and kicking power. Rising Hopper form consists of the following parts. The helmet, named the Hopper Head. It consists of Hopper Mask, a faceplate that protects the user's face and reproduces the senses of a grasshopper. The gem on 01's head is named the 01 Signal. It's the main control device of this form. It controls and adapts the various progress keys, matching the information about its transmission to the wearer. Hopper Antenna. It allows Aruto to detect everything around him by scanning wavelengths of surrounding and by smell. Hopper Eyes, a compulsory set of mini sensors assembled in compound shape. It can extract a bunch of information and allows Aruto for thermic and X-ray vision. It can also allow 01 to see the perspective of Zea satellite above him. The chest plate is named the Hopper Breast. It comes with a built-in respiratory and hearing devices, named Rising Lung. It reproduces the abilities of grasshoppers as well as protects the chest and the abdomen. The shin guards are named Hopper Graves. They are equipped with dampening devices named Rising Absorber. It absorbs the shock created from jumping and landing to prevent the user's legs from breaking. The shoes are named Hopper Boots. They are also made of hidden alloy and have knop hardness of 8200. They are designed after an overhead view of a grasshopper. You know what? Since we are already talking about the Rising Hopper key, let's look at one of the hypothetical forms. They didn't appear in the show, but they did have a written description and exist as concept art. Here's Kamen Rider Vulcan, Rising Hopper. This is how would Isamu Fuwa look if he ever used the Rising Hopper key in the Ames Shot Riser. His yellow armor embeds him with the power of Grasshopper, increasing his jumping power and agility. It also provides the Ames Shot Riser with high-speed bombardment type ammunition. The shots can change trajectory and home in on targets from all directions, like a swarm. So yeah, that was all for 01 devices and Rising Hopper. I want to thank my friend Firebite27 for suggesting the topic of this video, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Infobox. Bye!